The Bharatiya Janata Party tears into Arvind Kejriwal, Manish Sisodia after the CBI raids. The BJP has now said, I quote the Bharatiya Janata Party here, Sisodia and Kejriwal are equal to the twin towers of corruption. Kejriwal and Sisodia are twin towers of corruption, says Shehzad Poonawala of the BJP. BJP also says, who is Vijay Nair? What is AAP's relationship with Nair? What is AAP's rishta with the accused number one Dinesh Arora? Why is Kejriwal silent on specific questions? Shehzad Poonawala, who's a BJP national spokesperson, is saying, is it not true that an illegal waiver was given to liquor mafia of 144 crore rupees? So basically Shehzad, in series of statements, has put out questions. He's also asking, why was the operational period of licensees extended from April 22 to July 22 without due approval? He's also asking, was there any sort of EMD of 30 crore refunded to L1 illegally? So these are some of the statements coming in from Shehzad Poonawala. I'll go quickly across to Shehzad on this, who's now joining me on the phone line. Shehzad, you're asking these specific questions. One by one, you've put them out. Who are these questions directly to?
These questions are to the two towers of corruption, Manish Sisodia and Arvind Kejriwal, because every time any questions are posed specifically, they divert the issue sometimes to New York Times, sometimes to education, sometimes to 2024, or sometimes to some other thing. Today they must answer the specific questions that have been raised. What is their relationship with Vijay Nair? What is their relationship with Dinesh Arora, who are co-accused in this matter? Why did they give a 144 crore waiver? Why did they give a 30 crore EMD to be refunded? Why did they allow manufacturing companies, blacklisted companies to come in? Why did they allow the operational period of the licenses to be increased? Why did they break the rules? Why did they go against the cabinet and Manish Sisodia was taking decisions? Why was no action taken on the show cause notice of 2021? So these specific questions haven't been answered, and instead of answering them, they play the victimhood and whataboutery card. I'm sure in the next press conference, they will come out and say something about some other state. They will come out and say how this is about 2024. Then they will say this is vendetta politics. Pooja, you would know that they play the victimhood card for Satyendra Jain. Today, it's 3 months. Satyendra Jain is in jail. If he was innocent and he was a Kattar Imandar, why did the court not give him bail?
So, Shehzad, that is one of the reactions coming in from all the Aam Aadmi Party netas, supporters, workers, as I see on social media as well, that they are stating that because Aam Aadmi Party is going to be, according to them, the 2024 main opposition and could have become a challenge to the BJP, that's why the BJP is using or misusing the CBI to attack them.
Okay, let's take this point and address it. If that was the case, then Satyendra Jain, who is in jail for 3 months, would have been given relief, bail, and the court would have said, look, BJP, you're doing a wrong thing, you're victimizing him. Instead, he's in jail and there have been 2 more court strictures, the High Court stricture and the Low Court stricture against Satyendra Jain. Clearly, the courts are not participating in a vendetta politics with us. Why hasn't Satyendra Jain been given relief? The same argument was made for Satyendra Jain. Now coming on Manish Sisodia. The competition in 2024 may be Kejriwal versus Nota because he gets less than Nota in Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, national elections in Maharashtra, Haryana. That's not the point. There are 15 questions. I, as a citizen of Delhi, I, as a resident of Delhi, have a right to ask the government of Delhi about this scam. This has not been addressed. Not in the single press conference have they told us why were rules broken. The Chief Secretary's report is the basis of the CBI FIR. Instead of answering these questions, they keep diverting and they keep protecting the corrupt.
So when you ask these 15 questions about why the excise policy was extended, why were due approvals not considered, why was it given according to you to alleged mafia, are you alleging that this was primarily about Manish Sisodia? Or are you also attacking Arvind Kejriwal on that, who directly had nothing to do with the excise policy?
No, the very fact is that either Mr. Kejriwal is completely ignorant what is happening under his nose. That's not true. So he has patronized what was happening under his nose, and therefore he's still defending Manish Sisodia. He's still defending Satyendra Jain. So clearly this corruption doesn't end at Manish Sisodia. It doesn't end at Satyendra Jain. It goes higher. And therefore, these people are being protected. The simple question is, Mr. Kejriwal, Mr. Anurag Thakur has asked Mr. Kejriwal 15 questions specifically yesterday.
Yes.
He has given 24 hours, which are going to expire soon. why doesn't Mr. Kejriwal or Mr. Sisodia answer the specific questions, not about playing the victim mode or whatabouty card, about this liquor scam? They can't because they know they have done corruption.
Shehzad,
They reverted
I
back to
do
the
have
old
an additional question also here, a little separate from that. Just about a short while ago, Manish Sisodia shared an old video of Prime Minister Narendra Modi and saying that he's also attacked the CBI and look how he's changing now. How do you look at this political showdown with which the Aam Aadmi Party is attacking Narendra Modi now?
You know, the context of that statement is, you remember the courts had come out and said that the CBI is a caged Paris in 2013 or something. Today, in the last 8 years, if that could have been the case, that the agencies were being misused, surely in 8 years they would have proven it in one case, the Congress, the TMC, the Aam Aadmi Party all put together. They haven't been able to prove this in a court of law. No court of law has said that the agencies are being misused. So, you know, it's shocking that Mr. Sisodia is now defending what the actions of UPA were. But that's again not the point, because we will digress if I start responding to that. Okay. The question today is, Mr. Sisodia, please answer the 15 specific questions on the liquor scam that took place with your willful participation and perhaps with the patronage of Mr. Kejriwal. Therefore, you all are the twin towers of corruption. Please answer these questions.
So 15 questions asked by Shehzad Poonawala of the Bharatiya Janata Party, and also asking, why is Manish Sisodia or Arvind Kejriwal not reacting and responding to it one by one? He's saying Sisodia and Kejriwal are twin towers of corruption. Shehzad, thank you so much for speaking to India Today.